is up, everybody? You're here with Ben, the bearded coffee blogger, and today I've got a brand new coffee roaster that I'm trying for the very first time that I want to share with you today. And I have been hearing about Cat and Cloud coffee for quite some time. Their marketing is absolutely, like, as a part-time graphic designer, I can just tell you, like, this bag speaks to me, the typography speaks to me, the little drawings here speak to me, and I've been hearing major noise about this roastery, which I believe is in California. Here, let me look. Yeah, in Santa Cruz, California, and they've been making major noise in the coffee industry from what I can tell. And so I've been wanting to try one of their coffees and just had not gone to the trouble to order any online. And in Nashville, that's where I am. Here in Nashville, we got a new donut and coffee shop over on the east side, and they had Cat and Cloud. So I just purchased this guy from their location, purchased a bag of it, and this is about, I've been tracking how many bags of coffee I brew at home this year, and I think this is bag number 26 or 27 for me. So I'm clipping about one high quality bag every 2 weeks or so this year, a little bit more than that. And so this is the Cat and Cloud Mexico Eduardo Esteve Tapachula. Looking online to get just a little bit more information. This is a washed Mexican coffee from the Chiapas region and from the Finca La Gloria farm. The varietals are Bourbon and Catua, and it was grown at 1,300 meters above sea level. So we're going to try it now, just to be completely clear, because everybody brews their coffee a little bit differently, but my two preferred methods of brewing coffee are usually either V60 or Kalita Wave, and I don't know which I prefer at this point. Part of the nostalgia of everything makes me like the V60 a little bit better, because I've been doing that longer, and that's kind of when I first got into pour over coffee many years ago. I was doing V60 probably the most, V60 and Chemex. But I think they're both great brewing methods. I honestly can't tell a huge difference between them when I brew coffee. I get really good results with either one. And when I brew coffee, I typically brew at a 16:1 water to coffee ratio. I use a Baratza grinder, and I use good filtered water from my refrigerator. And so I try to keep everything consistent. I've even found personally that a certain batch size leads to greater consistency than smaller or larger batch sizes. So I always do a 25 grams of coffee to 400 grams of water recipe almost every time, because I just get better results that way with a 16:1 ratio. So I'm about to try this Cat and Cloud, and I'm going to tell you what I think, how I think it smells, what I taste, how well I like it. The first thing I did notice when I was brewing is that this is a tad darker than most of the coffees that I typically brew. You can just kind of tell when you're doing, when you're pouring it over, even the way the gas releases from the grinds, it looks a certain way when the coffee's a tad darker. And this one's a tad darker than usual, and that surprised me. So I'm not sure what that's gonna mean. And again, this is just simply one coffee from Cat and Cloud. I haven't tried any of the other ones, but this is in Mexico. And I will tell you what they say about it before I taste it. When you go to their website, this goes for $14.75 a bag on their website. It is a 10-ounce bag, and basically it says this: we've been slowly watching Mexican coffees increase in quality over the past 3 to 5 years, and this year we are excited to partner with, I may butcher this, Ida Battle Selection to offer coffees direct from the Chiapas region of Mexico that we are truly excited about. Ida Battle has a history of producing exceptional coffee, and her program, now working with farmers in Mexico, El Salvador, and Brazil, is producing outstanding results. This coffee from producer Eduardo Esteve in the Tapachula region of Chiapas really stood out on the cupping table. Lemon lime acidity, a caramel medium body, and a deep sweet finish produce a coffee we'd love to drink every morning sitting on the sunlit patio of our Portola Avenue Cafe. So that's what they are saying about this particular coffee. So I like to kind of swirl when I'm smelling. It seems to bring out more notes. You might spill a little, but it just, you know, just makes the coffee, the table better. I'm definitely getting kind of a, that caramelized, burnt caramel smell, really strong in the nose. It smells very sweet, medium bodied, kind of toasty. So I'm mainly getting that caramel on the nose. Here, let's see what it tastes like. So definitely the mouthfeel, the heaviness, the body of it is, it's a little heavier, and it is a little roasty for me, is what I'm picking up. Now, I'm not an expert on Mexican coffees, so I'm trying to remember if Mexican coffees typically have a little bit of roastiness to them or not, or if they just chose to roast this one a little darker than maybe what I'm used to or prefer. I definitely get kind of bright floral acidity on the front end, but I don't particularly myself pick out the lemon lime. I mainly I get kind of overwhelming caramel on the nose, good acidity, but to me it seems a little, and I'm just shooting straight here and I'm not an expert, so you can choose to disagree with me if you like. I'm getting more of the roastiness on in my mouth when I taste it than I wish I was. I feel like it might be covering up a little bit more of the fruit and the acidity that's there. Otherwise, however, that being said, I could drink this every morning and be happy. It tastes like coffee. It's good, in my opinion, a tad roasty. I don't really want to rate it, but this isn't quite for me. And again, there's a certain, I heard this a long time ago with, when tasting anything, I mean, there is the intelligentsia, the professionals, they have an opinion about what's right and wrong. And certainly like the Specialty Coffee Association in America, they have an opinion about what is good coffee and what is bad coffee. But at the end of the day, it really all depends on what you like. And if you like the cheapest coffee in the world, Folgers, good on you. If it makes you happy, awesome. I love to drink some cheaper coffees, even though I like really high-end coffees as well and geishas. There's something to me that's very enjoyable about just warm, balanced coffee, especially on a rainy day like it is today right outside of Nashville. And so I can kind of get down with almost anything as long as it's made correctly and fresh, not been sitting on a burner. I can enjoy it for what it is. Some of you can't. You only like good stuff, and that's fine too, because it's all about what you think. It's your opinion. It's my opinion. So for me, this to me seems a tad roasty to be a daily drinker. It's not very complex, and I don't always need complex. Lots of times, actually, probably the thing I'm most looking for is sweet balance. Rounded, washed coffees, those are the ones that excite me. I can totally get down with trying a really unbelievable natural with fruit bombs going off. But I enjoy balanced, sweet, lighter roasted, just gloriously easy to drink coffees. Little bit of complexity, but they don't have to be too complex. And this one doesn't quite, for my standards, doesn't quite meet that. It's got a little sweetness, but a tad roastiness. I think it's roasted maybe a tad dark. And it's not as sweet and even as I wish it was. So I will enjoy this bag of Cat and Cloud, and I will try another coffee by them. But for right now, this one's only kind of doing it for me. I'll go ahead and rate it. Why not? We'll go ahead and rate these things on the Bearded Coffee blog. Ooh, burp. And I will say I'm gonna give this a, I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. That's where I'm going right now. And you know, considering we're rating better coffees, that's not a, I don't mean that to be a bad score. So it's kind of a fair score. So anyway, that is it for today. I will be back soon. Hopefully I hope to do these videos all the time, both here at my house and out and about, to rate coffee just for the heck of it, because I love coffee. And I hope you will join me and comment below. Peace.